Hey guys, it's your boy Josh Vision, and I'm here to bring you my review of Marco Polo Season 2, Episode 3, entitled Measure Against the Lynchpin. And this is Part 1 review, by the way. So for Part 1, a lot of things happened. You have the scene opens up with pretty much the city. Oh yeah, the streets pretty much just in awe, like both like just disgust and anger and astonishment, seeing the little boy emperor pretty much hanging dead by a noose, whatever. Especially the kung fu lady, she's like beside herself. And then like it seemed like a few days later, you have one of Kublai's guards on a horse just cut, you know, the boy down. It was a really sad, scene, and very really words can't describe how much like ugh, touchy. But yeah, after that you have Kublai waking up. He's visibly, still shaken for what he did, you know, the act that he did, and his wife Chabi is letting him hear it. She was saying, "Oh, look how," pretty much saying, "Oh, look how low you went to killing little children, whatever." And Kublai at this point was just aggravated and annoyed. But let's be real and honest here. Chabi has been kind of annoying Kublai since season one, even though most of what she said is correct. Kublai's like, "Listen, Chabi, when's the last time you did something hard, huh? When's the last time you did something that could never be forgiven? I took the wall. I expanded the Mongol Empire." He was pretty much letting her know, listen, I did all this. I had to deal with the hard shit. Heavy is the head that bears a crown, woman. I did this shit, and he's really in Kublai mode. And then you have this really great medium shot of and the way the lighting was too, with Ahmed just looking inside, knowing what's happening. Just the look on his face, just like the plans are all going in motion. The gates of hell is about to unhinge at this bitch. So he comes in, and then you have Kulak give him that look. You know what I mean? Like, get out, He's like, I'm sorry, Lord. And he leaves, probably with a smirk on his face, And Kublai's like, you know what? I'm not going to take any more advice from you, okay? And then Chopper's like, okay, then who are you going to then who are you going to listen to, in regards to Kaido? He's like, he didn't answer, but he did say, you know what? Kaido can die just as well, as the Emperor. So we get this scene. Marco's fucked up. He's drunk. And he pretty much is kicked by 100 Eyes. 100 Eyes saying, listen, man, this is a sacred place, not a drunk hall. Then Marco's like, please don't lecture me on, And then pretty much 100 Eyes is like, listen, I don't want to lecture you. And then he's all saying, like, I don't have time for your little pitiful hero worship, which pretty much Maylene sort of said Marco had for Kublai the first two episodes of this season, and I believe child troubles, and Marco saying, listen, he was your emperor, not mine, and he was saying, why don't you feel like I feel, whatever, about this? How bad I feel about this. And you have 100 Eyes saying, you know why? Because I'm a man, I don't know, I don't quite know what you are, Marco, And he was saying, pretty much unhappy men always find a reason to be more unhappy, After that, Kublai comes. He pretty much tells Marco, get your ass up, come with me. So we have this beautiful shot of the mountain, whatever. Just a really good shot, whatever. Just the scope of it. And then you have Marco saying, okay, what are we going to do? And Kublai takes some cocaine. And I was like, damn, this dude really took some cocaine. And he was just like, oh, like trying to get the blood flowing, and pretty much, they're climbing. And Marco just follows them, whatever. So pretty much while they're climbing, like, once again, another beautiful shot of them climbing, Marco saying, okay, what's the reason, what's the purpose, of us climbing? Kublai's like, to pretty much decide whether Kaido lives or dies. Marco's like, So besides that, we have this few scenes with Jingham and Ahmed. You have Ahmed pretty much sending via message, sending a little, writing something down and put it on the Falcon and sends it off. which is to be assumed to be sent off to Kaido's, place. And he pretty much says to Prince Jacob, you know what, bro? You was right. I was wrong, man. The upheaval, with the Emperor's death, my fault. Father should have listened to you instead of me. You know? Then Jacob's all like saying, okay, you have any advice, for me, since we're going over to Kaido's, And pretty much, Akuma's like, listen, your strength is diplomacy. So yeah, use diplomacy. Be yourself. And then Jingham replies, what, the Chinese prince, because he always gets flack ever since from season 1 about being the Chinese prince and not being Mongolian enough, whatever. And Aquaman has this really savvy, really sarcastic response. He's like saying, listen, dude, I can assure you I've been called much worse. And they both laugh it off and then the next scene, we have Kaido with his crazy ass mom. She's rolling some teeth, and she's saying that she says to Kaido, your enemy is on the steps. And then Kaido's like, Kublai on the steps to the motherland? And he's all like, no, impossible. And then his mother says, either it's Kublai or someone of his blood. It's most likely the prince. And Kuzelin's like, how the fuck do you know this? And then the old woman replies saying that, if I told you, it would just show more of your ignorance, Make up your ignorance. And then Kuzlin responds saying pretty much, listen, if I rely on this witchery bullshit, it pretty much dumps my smarts. Pretty much saying it inhibits me from using my own mindset to listen to your bullshit, So Kaido's like, so Kublai finally realized that he has to accept my challenge, And then Kaido's mom pretty much says, what about the bastard and the 8 heads? And then Kugelin's like saying, hey, listen, that's my husband, and his name's fucking Biamba. Get it right, bitch. And, after that, pretty much, you have, what else? Kaido pretty much tells Kuchulin that to go, since Kublai got the 8 heads, you go get the 8 heads. You and your brother. And she's like saying, listen, why don't I just go over to the new capital and just take Kublai's head? The old woman's like, if only. Like hoping that, kind of just saying like, you know what, I wish you did do that. Matter of fact, I wish Kaido had the balls to do that, And Kaido's like, just go. Do what I tell you to do, So she leaves. So rather she leaves, Cutulin, we have this thing. I think Kaido has some type of medal, some medallion or some shit. And then we have the old woman just say pretty much that you think Horus would like this. And then you have Kaido just kind of look at her and sort of contemplate what she just said, but then still goes on his way. So, yeah, pretty much, that's all I have to say for, part 1 of my Marco Polo Season 2, Episode 3, entitled Measure Against the LynchPin, review. I'll have part 2 in a few minutes. So, yeah. Adios.